amount of annoying people in this world today is crazy, bro. Crazy. Crazy, bro. It's so hard to go certain places and keep your peace. We all aim for peace, but sometimes it's just hard, bro. Especially when you're anointed. Very difficult. You know what happens when you're anointed? Others recognize it. They recognize you're at peace. They recognize you're further ahead in life than they are in many ways. We're not even talking about financially, business-wise. We're talking anointed. Spiritually. In a better place in your head. In your body, mind, and soul. And when you're that person, bro, you're gonna want to avoid a lot of people, bro. Because most people's just gonna bring your energy down. Down. These folks don't get it, bro. They don't even get themselves. They waste energy. And they're gonna waste energy trying to bring yours down. You know, there's pros and cons to everything. Although it is much better to be anointed, because it does feel wonderful. Especially when you're in positions where you can protect your energy. You just get it. It's that simple. I genuinely believe everybody can have that anointed power within them. It's just a lot of people are either around something or is in a certain situation that's keeping them from feeling as good as they could feel. For example, being in school, being around negative coworkers, being around people in positions like that. It will bring your energy down. Being around negativity, being around negative people, it will bring your energy down. And when you're the one that has high energy, who has good energy, a lot of people in the world is going to sense that, bro, and they want to bring yours down. Because they can sense, this person's at peace. Let me go up to them right now. Let me go up to them right now and disturb them to throw them off. Let me be loud and say something to them and just be a nuisance. Can you imagine being that person, bruh? I literally annoyed myself just acting like that for like 2.2 seconds. Could you imagine being that person, bruh? God. It annoys the ever-living daylights out of me, bro, when it happens on a daily. Like, it's so hard to keep your peace. It's so hard to just go through one single day where everything just goes smooth. No one disturbs you. No one tries to throw you off. No one does this. No one does that. The attacks on the anointed, on the chosen, are very real. It just happens all the time. All the damn time, bro. These fools can sense that you're at peace. They can sense that you feel better than them. That's why they come to you. That's why they come after you. That's why they target you. All these things play into the same field. That's how it happens. That's why I can't wait to have my own massive place home gym, everything you can think, all the conveniences that you need. And just be away from environments that have a lot of these types of people. You know, I can't wait to be able to live your life and go through days where people just, you have more silence, you have more peace, less distractions. When you're distracted so many times, bro, it just becomes a burden. It becomes annoying. Like, you can see it coming before it even comes, and that in itself annoys you. It triggers. It's triggering. Literally, like, annoying. Like, you can see what's gonna happen before it actually even happens, which makes it even more annoying. I'm the type of person, bro, where I don't want to come off like a complete dick in public or in certain places, but there comes a time, man, where sometimes you just need to tell people straight up to just shut up. Just get away. Like, just get away. Straight up. Enough is enough. It's like literal children annoying their parents to death. Just shut up. Please. I'm not your father. We are not your mother. We are not your parents. We're just a regular human being in life. And you're trying to come up to us with all this bullshit. It's annoying, bro. We are all human beings. Sure, we have talents, gifts, etc., etc. Some of us are smarter than others. But we all bleed red. We all have a soul. We all have a heart that beats. Ba-ba, 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 ba-ba. At the end of the day, it is about being smart. Which is what's going to make you anointed, which is what's going to make you chosen. And I do believe, too, you know, some people might be, I'm not going to say above human, but you got something a little extra on the inside. Some people are just destined since birth. I do believe that, too. I do believe people have a little something extra. And it's like when you have that little something extra, which you're still a human being. But it's going to involve a lot of effery. It's going to involve a lot of you being annoyed by a bunch of wild animals out there. It just hurts the soul sometimes when people just don't know when to shut up. When people just don't know when to stop. When people see how well you're doing and they come near you just to try to disturb you in some kind of way. Try to distract you, try to throw you off, try to say something. All because you are anointed. Am I wrong? If you weren't that person, why are these people going up to everybody else doing this? Why is it always you? Why is it always you? Why is it always you that people act weird around? Something's up. Something's up. You know why? Because they know deep down in their core, you're different. They know you got something that they never will have. It makes them angry which is why they try to come up to you to anger you, to try to throw you off, to try to annoy you, to try to get in your head. And I tell you guys this all the time. A big piece of advice on my channel is to try to avoid these people at all costs and to not let them get in your head. Very important. Because this is what the enemy does. You can never be too nice to people either, because they will take it as a weakness. You're just letting them waltz right in. You're letting them do. You're it's such a dangerous thing, allowing people to come too close to you and you let them get comfortable. It's a dangerous thing. Which is why we set those boundaries. Which is why I damn near attack people sometimes, bro. I'm not even joking. I have altercations the odd time with people, bro. I literally almost attack some people, but it never comes down to that. Because it always stops. They're never going to blow past that point because they know their deathbed may arrive sooner rather than later. They know it. I don't mess about like that, bro. I've had altercations before in my life, and when I explode, I explode. Never ends well. I like to keep cool. I like to keep my energy good. And I can explode at any time. I always got that extra boost pack. Because I don't expend all my energy all the time. I always have so much more energy than I present. You know why? Because there's so much more to do. There's such a long way to go. This is what efficiency is, folks. You don't spend it all. You don't just bust on one thing. When there's so much more to do after this one thing, so you have to be efficient. You have to do good, hard, smart work to the point where you can still go when this objective is finished. So I always have an extra booster pack if needed. And I don't present it. And that's a mistake a lot of people make, is underestimating you and what you really have, because you don't express it. Some people will be expressing every ounce of what they got, and they're trying to do this or trying to do that, but you got that extra oomph. And when you kind of show glimpses of it to people, now they're like, oh, now they get scared. Now they get, oh shit. He really is about that life. Oh shit, he really does have that. Oh my God. Yeah. What did you think? Instead, they take your lightheartedness, your kindness for weakness. And it's a huge mistake. It's like all they do is make mistakes. They're going to make so many mistakes to the point where they're going to almost get themselves damn near killed, man. Because they're stupid. Really stupid. You can't overlook people. You cannot overlook people, bro. I don't make that mistake. You see someone walking around and they might be big, but they don't really express that high of energy. It's because they're conserving it. It's because they have that much more to do later on, and the next day, and the next, and the next, and the next, and the next. That's the thing. But when it comes down to it, you have crazy energy on the inside that these people cannot even fathom. It's like a double you. They think they just see you. They think that's it. They think nothing special. But there is something special when you can summon that energy within. You can summon that extra booster pack that they don't even got. You got that. You're like double. You're like double human. They can't see it on the outside. That's the problem. That is the problem, bro. And I've proven this many times in my life in scenarios. I beat up 2 people at once in 2-on-1 fights. Street fights. Proof. I had an old friend with me when this happened. He got hit. He was getting beat up. And then I was there. And then I beat up these 2 guys that beat up him. And he witnessed the whole thing. And it happened while I was driving my car and parked on the street. I think I told this whole story on my channel a while ago. But it happened in the summer when I was 19 or 20, either one. And I got to a stop sign and my car windows was down because it was a summertime and it's hot in the summertime. Leaving a club, 2 a.m. And all we heard when we got to that stop sign, just leaving the club, just people running behind the car, and all of a sudden, smash. Someone punched me right in the face. Right through the window. Not like through the glass, but like through the window that was opened. And I didn't know what it was. I thought it was actually a friend that ran into my car, drank a little too much, and accidentally hit me a little too hard by accident. And then my friend pops out of the front seat. He opens the door. As soon as he opens the door, these 2 guys swarm around and start beating the shit out of him. And as soon as they grabbed him, I knew, oh shit. And I still didn't know who these guys was. I thought I was going to be in for the fight of my life. So I put the car in park and I got out and I circle around and one guy squares up with me. And I fainted a couple times like that, like with a punch. I just fainted. And then I fucking grabbed him, man. I grabbed him because I knew if I just started fighting with this guy, there's another guy to my side. So I was, in my head, there's someone here, and there's someone here. So I just got faint. And then I lunged in and I grabbed his shirt. And I took him and pulled him like into me like this. And then I started running with him down the street. And I fucking threw him, man, as hard as I could. And as I threw him, I kept running with him. And I kicked him as hard as I could, man. Like I booted this guy. And the reason I ran with him is because I knew there was a guy beside me right here that could have easily came in and like sucker punched me from the side. So that's why I use this strategy. In my mind, there's 2 guys, which there was. So that's why I did that. And man, this dude felt like a pillow. That's how light he felt. It felt like I picked up a pillow off my bed. As soon as I grabbed him, man, my adrenaline was so high. And this guy, he was about the same size as me. And as soon as I grabbed him, all I heard him say was, oh shit. He didn't expect that. He did not expect that at all. But at this time, man, I was training a bit in fighting. And I was very ripped. Going to the gym hardcore. And as soon as I chucked him and ran with him and booted him as hard as I could, right in the ribs right here, his hat flew off, his shoe fell off, and he got up and he just started running down the road, bro, wide open. Like he just beelined it and left this guy right here. So as soon as he beelined it, I look over, and that guy's still there, punching my friend and had him inside my car in the passenger seat. And he's still hitting him, man. This guy was a bit bigger. So I seen him, man, and I was just like, And I just started coming up, man, and I identified the target, and I kicked him like this, front kicked him in as hard as I could, right in the side of the head. And he dropped flat right to the ground. And then he scurried up for a second like this, and then he dove in for my legs and he tried to take me down, and I sprawled right on top of him. And then we both got up, and I kind of threw him in the car, took him back out, and then he started taking off, and he was panicking. And when he took off, I chased that guy just a little bit. And I kicked his back legs, and he fell again. And then I let him up, and he just kept going. And the reason why I let him go, and even the other guy, is because there was cops circling, man. There's cops everywhere at this time of night in the summertime out in this club at Peaks Way. The cops are circling. We got so lucky the cops did not get involved, because we might have gotten shit, even though they started. If the cops came and just saw what was going on, they didn't see what happened first, so it could have ended very bad. But my car was still parked on the road when this was happening. People from the sides was watching and everything, man, so we got back in the car. I just closed the door, put it in drive, and parked it like to the side, off the road. And just got back out and just... adrenaline still pumping just outside, just waiting. And the people I knew, they walked up the street and they saw us, and they heard about this. Literally 5 minutes afterwards, and they didn't even see it. But like, they heard about what just happened. They're like, yeah, we heard about it. And what? How? It made no sense. But that's what happened, and I'm telling you, man, some people overestimate your energy. If I wear sweaters, I don't look like the biggest guy. And I wasn't even wearing a sweater that night. I was wearing a t-shirt. But I don't look like a 6'6" massive guy or nothing like this. And I don't walk around acting macho. I stick to myself. I'm a chill guy. So when people underestimate you, that can be the worst mistake of their life. Not one but two of these guys are lucky. Very, very lucky they were in the position they were in. Me still knowing in my mind the whole time when this is going on that the cops are everywhere. My car's parked on the road. At a stop sign. Traffic stop behind us. When this is going on. They're lucky. Because if this was at some party where you can't really run nowhere because you're at a party, unless you just run down the road or something like this, which they probably would have do, I would have got these guys even worse. Mark my words. I would have landed hard shots rather than landing like one hard shot on each guy, plus me throwing them down. But it would have been worse. I was pissed off too because some guy just punched me in the side of the head in my car. I don't even know who they are. I have no idea who they are to this day. Random people in a big town. Big city. But yeah, another story of people underestimating you. Bad mistake. They say it's the quiet ones you gotta watch out for, and I agree. There's some guys in MMA, bro, they're not big looking guys, they're not looking guys, they're just smaller guys. And they're lethal. And it's always a bad night for the guys in the world, the idiots who mess with people like that. It's always a bad night. 100% of the time, in this case. And with that being said, that's pretty much it for this one. I told this story before on the channel, but a lot of you guys here right now probably didn't hear this one. And it's a long time ago on the channel. But anyways, just kind of, keep doing you, bro, as I keep doing me, and try to stay in your good energy. But when things go down, bro, we gotta handle business exactly like that. You catch me in the wrong day, bro, I almost hope something like that happens. Give me an excuse to take something out on somebody's head. Sometimes I'd be happy for that kind of stuff to happen, but for the most part, I do just want to keep my peace. But you catch someone on a day, bruh, it's not gonna be good. It's not gonna be good. And I ain't gonna start nothing first. But if I defend myself and it's proven with evidence, with video camera evidence, you can put it on someone just about as hard as you want. You could put them damn near on life support, and you wouldn't get nothing if the video cameras show proof that they have attacked you first. So, do you. Don't get yourself in trouble. I'm all about that. Keep your peace. But if things happen like that, take care of business, because all these scumbags in the world hate the ones that are truly anointed.